Hey people, so I just finished up work right now. It's night here, and I just remembered that we still have to make our video. So, you know, there have been people writing us some frequently asked questions about our distant relationship. So I'm gonna go and ask Rose if we can do it. And if she agrees, let's shoot it. Rose is busy there. Love, we have an assignment. We have to record our video. Can we do it now?
About what?
So see, remember like the we had like a lot of questions which people asked
Uh-huh.
about like our relationship and all, and I think we should really do that. So
Okay.
people can it's not about us, but it's like those questions because I know when I was in a distant relationship, I used to go to YouTube and search for
Yes,
those
true,
questions.
true.
Right? So let's answer them.
Okay,
So
let me put
let's go. Let's go. So I went to Instagram for Roses and myself. I took all the questions, put them here in like a document so we won't forget any. And at the end it's gonna add value for the people those who are in a distant relationship as well. So
We can put this.
perfect. Let's put that. We can sit here and then let's record. Let's do it. Let's go, let's record. I've just put the phone on the tripod and let's go guys. I have just put down from your Instagram, my Instagram, all the questions together. And these are the questions that we had to go through them. And we literally,
We had the same questions.
same questions. And just we're going to answer them now from our perspective.
Okie dokie.
So, uh, how did the long distance relationship start?
Well, I was in the Philippines. You reached the Philippines. We liked each other. 2 weeks only.
In 2 weeks
Yeah.
after that, I went to Pakistan, then I went to Dubai. She from Philippines went to Chile, and then we were in distant relationship for about
4 years.
4 years. And just for you to know, now we get married like it's been 3 years. So
Four.
we did it. So that's why we're able to talk now with the confidence. Otherwise, I think we won't be talking. Okay, so perfect. The next question is, how did you stay connected emotionally when you're miles apart? I think it's a very good question
It
because
is.
you're so far, you are into a different environment.
Yeah.
You have colleagues, you have
For me, I was studying.
you were studying, but you had uh, uh, classmates. Okay. So how do you stay up to date? What do you think?
Oh, you're putting it on me. You just said to make intro for one. I thought you were
No,
giving the
I,
answer.
I know. It's like super easy. Like,
Communication.
yeah, I think it's like definitely the communication, and of course under the communication, which is like the or you can say above it, it's the foundation. Like how much do you admire the next person? Because if you are truly in love from the beginning, that's when things are gonna move forward in a better way. But of course,
But we learned in the process. The
yeah,
first year, we barely spoke on video calls. We were most of the time texting,
texting, yeah,
audios. That's it. Because he was super busy with work. He was starting working in Dubai.
yeah,
That was the first year. I was still studying in the university. Meanwhile, I was free. He was sleeping. Meanwhile, he was free. I was in the university. So it was very hard.
yeah,
But after that, when we kind of finally started getting how it should go, we started talking a lot more. We started giving time. So under communication, that's how it gets subdivided. That you need to give time.
yeah,
You need to take care of the other person
yeah.
and just
And
make
of
them
course,
feel that you are important.
yeah, in the beginning, you don't have that maybe even admiration, right? Because you just met, like, for example, for us, 2 weeks and we just went.
No, after that, I went to visit you to Dubai.
No, but what I'm saying, like, in the beginning, right? After meeting for 2 weeks, we still stayed, like, talking for, let's say, 7 months, right?
Yeah.
And normally, like, you just meet 2 weeks, you need to have, like, really strong connection in order for you to even last for 7 months.
I mean, it's just for us. That was not a relationship; it was a friendship.
It was a friendship.
That we knew that it was more than a friendship,
but it was not declared.
yeah, yeah.
So, guys, yeah, I think it's the communication is the key here in order for you to develop your emotions. If you don't have the time,
Yeah.
then I think it's going to be very tough for the distant relationship to work out.
True, true.
So, the next question, check. Next question is you read.
What was the hardest part of being in a long distance relationship? This.
Yeah, you cannot
Like touch the other person.
touch the other person.
Yeah.
I think that's something you're just far. Like
Yeah.
when was the first time we it was after 1 year and like 7 months
No,
we
no.
met?
1 year. It was 14 months.
14 months, right? And it feels like okay, how are you gonna keep going with that?
Right. It was very hard, to be honest.
Yeah, it was very tough.
And for us, the toughest year was the first year.
The first year was the toughest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will go through it for sure during these questions.
Yeah. So the first year was the hardest part for us. Now, how did you manage time zones?
Oh, that was so messy. That's why how we're saying the first year was the year to kind of organize
Yeah.
each other's timings.
Mm-hmm.
Because literally, when I was in university, you were. I mean, when I was free, you were sleeping.
Yeah.
And when you were free, I was in classes. So
Yeah.
it was almost impossible. That's why the first year we literally just
Always were just
audio.
texting or just audio calls once a week or twice a week.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, the first year was the time that we literally built that foundation. Like, okay, this is what we need to do in order for this relation to work out, right? So I think, yeah, that's when we were able to even manage the time zones because we decided, like, okay, on this day, I think in the beginning, do you remember? Like it was always probably, I don't remember now, that Friday or something, that we have to get on the call that time. There was something like that, that we put down a schedule.
I don't remember.
She don't remember, but I know because I was always so busy with stuff. And then I knew like, okay, at this time, we're going to talk.
For me, I was just thinking this guy doesn't call me, doesn't text me.
Yeah. So in the beginning, like for me, we literally got in a relationship and I shifted to Dubai. And I literally had to find the job and all that stuff. So but yeah, that was the entire thing as well. So that's about time zone. You have to put
I
down a
wanted to put
schedule.
no, and for us, I mean, one of the biggest advantages we had, it was that the COVID came.
Oh yeah. When COVID
Yeah.
came,
Because when after the 14 months we didn't see each other during that first year, you were able to come to Chile. When you were leaving,
yeah,
that's when COVID came.
Yeah.
And my university started being online, so
Yeah,
it
then
was
after
like
that,
good time.
we have all the time.
Yeah.
But normally that doesn't happen, right? So
Yeah.
if you guys are right now in different time zones or whatsoever, even 1 hour different,
Put a
because
date.
put a date, put a
time.
time that every day you have to, we are gonna
At
talk.
least talk.
And yeah. Okay. Next question is what helped build trust in your relationship despite being apart?
I will start with saying putting you in my daily routine, including you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I even said this to other people before, like advising. I mean, it's not that you are demanding me to tell you where I am, with whom I am, what am I doing, all these things that some people might find it toxic.
Yeah.
Because like when you are like, okay, you need to tell me it's mandatory. Okay.
Then it becomes like
yeah,
tough. Yeah.
But no, like if you need to, it needs to come from you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, babe, I am doing this. I am with friends or whatnot. We are hanging out. Oh, I'm studying, so I'm not gonna be able to answer you. I'm in classes. If you're in classes, things like that. I'm in a meeting. Alex is
Yeah.
like, I'm in a meeting. Please text me later or call me later.
Yeah.
That kind of
No,
involving you in my routine.
I think no, that really answers the question that uh it should come from you, that you need to be very clear on where you are, where you're going, whoever your friend is. like for me in Dubai when I was, every single person knew in my church, in everywhere, who Rose is, right? Like every single person, and like it's so always so easy to like, hey, I'm going with this friend to this place, right? So be transparent as possible, yeah, right? Perfect. Let's go to the next question. How did you plan visits and make sure you didn't lose interest? Who? Yeah, this is, I think, super important because for me, I'm from Pakistan. Even though I was living in Dubai, for me, the first year was the challenge of getting the visa. It was always a difficult task, and that was again like what we just said, first year, and you're going through all of those things. You're still building that foundation, and then you're not able to meet. So I remember Rose used to get very like, oh, if you like, you're not getting the visa and this and that, because the process took like 2 months, or I don't know how long.
3 months.
3 months.
They were not getting back to you.
Yeah. But after that, after the first time we met, we literally, the first time after meeting, we planned already when is the next time we're gonna meet.
Yeah. And that's the important point.
Yeah.
You need to have a due date. Okay. For us, for example, the first year, it got even a little bit harder because the visa for him was taking a very long time.
Yeah.
So you even got the ticket like a week before you came?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
few
literally
days
got
before you came?
like, it was 2 weeks or a week before that.
Yeah. So literally for him, he couldn't plan in the ticket or anything because of the visa.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. You need to have a due date. We need to meet during this certain time because otherwise, you need to have, even maybe it's not gonna be in a year, maybe it's gonna be in 2 years. But you know that in 2
You're
years
gonna meet.
you are going to meet.
Set the date.
If you don't have a date,
Yeah.
when are you gonna meet? You're I don't know. It feels like there's no like a good ending.
No, that's true, guys. Set the date, and
You
then
feel discouraged.
of course, if there is like, in everything, if there is no goal, how are you going to achieve that? Right? So same thing, set the date and then plan for that date. Let's say some of you are students, you need to probably save, or you need to do whatsoever. For other people, they need to do something else. So set the date, and whatever comes in between, keep your relationship as the priority. Forget about all the other plans. You need to go for this. A wedding comes or whatever comes, that is secondary, because right now your life partner is the most important thing.
Yeah, because the life partner, it's the most important after God.
Yeah. Perfect, guys. So next is very, very important question as well. And I think a lot of us, all the people in long distance relationship or even like in person, everyone,
Yeah.
did you face any trust issues or jealousy? How did you handle them?
Okay, first question goes to Alex.
Of course, like for me, I always say I am a guy uh, who is who is what, like, that I want, like, if Rose is mine, I want her to be mine. So I was always very protective, but at the same time, I'm not that type of guy who will tell Rose like, hey, tell me about who is this guy or who is this girl. I am not that. That is not who I am. But in long distance relationship, that automatically comes,
Yeah.
right? But during that first year, it's always challenging. It was a challenging part, but after that,
I mean, it happened throughout the entire long distance
it
relationship.
happened, but the
Yeah.
first year is always the toughest. After that, you become more open to always ask,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't become like, oh no, if I
You don't
ask,
feel ashamed of
you don't
asking.
feel ashamed of asking, because, but of course, don't be toxic about it, but just ask in a friendly way just to know,
It
right?
never ends up being in a friendly way because the other will like if just it's a misunderstanding, right? Let's
Yeah.
say he was like asking me who is this guy. I'm like, it's a friend.
Yeah.
But he was like, okay, but which type of friend? I don't know, things like that.
Yeah. No, definitely. This is like a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
So what I
You
would
need to be
say,
very smart of how to.
one thing is, just be very transparent. If your partner or you have doubt, ask them. Be clear.
Yeah, and use the right words.
Use the right words. Who is
Because
this?
in that moment you feel panic because you're in a long distance relationship. You don't want the other person to misunderstand you
Yeah.
what you're trying to explain and all these things. But at the end, it's hard because in that moment you get nervous. You're
You
like,
get nervous. Yeah.
okay, it's not because you haven't done anything wrong, but it's because you don't want the other person
to get
to
something
get it
wrong.
totally differently.
Yeah.
For us, it happened multiple times.
Yeah. So just be very clear, transparent, and just show the next person, whoever the person is, like be very transparent about it. So just if you're very serious in that relationship, this shouldn't be a big deal because this is very normal. This is something very common.
So you can ask.
Yeah. And
Just go slowly.
okay. Perfect, guys. So next question is, can you read it?
Okay. How did you keep things fun and exciting from a distance?
Okay.
That there are a lot of ideas if you Google them. But for us, for example, what we used to do, we used to watch movies together. Like
yeah, Netflix share. There is Netflix sharing. You can
Yeah.
share your screens and watch.
And when we didn't have that option, we used to do like, okay, we're gonna play in 3, 2, 1, stop.
Together
It
and
used to take us like an hour to finally reach to like the
same
exact
conclusion. Yeah. And then the other, we used to play Ludo
we used to
online.
play Ludo.
And like, there's so many things that we started the YouTube channel online. We started
Online. Oh,
recording
there's a
videos
video.
together. There's a video also. We can put a link if you want to go. It's very like, it feels cringy right now, but you can go and watch. Like, we've literally tried everything. So you can literally have a lot of fun,
Yeah.
right? Just find some ideas and now.
For example, with Alex, we couldn't do cooking together or things like that because he doesn't like cooking. But I've heard a lot of long distance relationships that they're like, okay, let's have dinner together, let's prepare it together. You can do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. You guys can read together. You guys can.
Oh, we used to read
yeah
together.
read together and like watch together. Like there's so many things you guys can do.
And you can do like this, like it's true or dare, but at the end it's just truth.
Yeah, truth or dare. Yeah, you can do that.
But
No, sometimes we used to do dare as well. Like, okay, change your Instagram this, change
Oh,
this.
he made me drink water with a feeder.
Yeah, so there's so there's so many things like you can do crazy stuff. So a lot of fun can be there. Find out a way. If you're not finding out, you need to find out some way to have fun. It's raining, so you might hear like a lot of drizzlings, but
we will remove it.
yeah. Yo, she's the editor, so she knows. Okay, guys. So the next one is, what's the next one?
Okay, this one.
Okay. What advice do you have for couples who are struggling with their long distance relationship?
Okay, are we gonna do it together? 1,
2, 3. Communication. Okay, perfect. So we are on the same page, guys. Communication, communication, communication. You guys need to talk to each other every single day. For us, since the first time we met in July 2018, after that, since now, and even since now, we spoke every single day.
I mean, not over the phone, but at least we texted each other.
We texted.
Voice over.
Yeah. So, guys, communication. Talk as much as possible. Clear your questions because if you start to have doubts in your mind, it's going to start making some big mountains. So, clear them off. Like, ask your partner if you're doubting on something, if you need surety, you need assurance, whatsoever. And that way, you will also know how comfortable your partner is in answering them. Because if I really love Rose, I'll be more than happy to uh give her like clarity on if she's doubting on something, right? So that's my take on that.
And in this also goes the advice of don't make the other guess what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen. There's not even physical connection for you to at least see like if they're like kind of looking a little bit different. Because sometimes when you are not in the mood, you're just gonna say, "Oh no, I don't want to talk to video call," and you just talk like this. They're not gonna see your facial expressions, nothing.
Yeah.
So the only option is to say it out loud.
That's true. You have to say whatever you feel, whatever doubts, say them out.
Oh, and there's so much pride in that because you're like sometimes, especially I think that's a lady thing, no? Like,
Yeah.
how come he doesn't get it? I'm being a little bit more caught off in my way of expressing things right now. How come he doesn't get that there's something wrong going on? But no, they don't get it.
And there's a research that guys get everything very slowly sometimes about relationships. So guys, like if your guy is getting something slow, that's okay. Tell them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to say it out loud. Even this is for like physical relationships. They're not gonna guess it.
By physical relationship, she means that you are not able to see them, because for us, of course, we don't get into physical relationship before we get married. But that's what she.
True. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you
just
for
clarifying.
clarifying.
So okay, the next one is uh, what were the benefits of being in a long distance relationship? So if you are very transparent about yourself, if you tell your partner about every single thing, guys, I promise you one thing: once you're gonna get married, it won't be guesswork anymore. Your partner is gonna know every single thing about you, and your relationship is going to be beautiful. Right now, Rose and I, we have been married for 3 years, and we always say, and I don't know, we don't fight. Like, of course, we do have arguments, like little tiny arguments, like why that dish is dirty or why this. That's it. But we don't have big fights or whatsoever, because she literally knew everything about me before the marriage, and I knew everything about her. So I think that's the biggest benefit if you are telling every single thing uh
Getting married.
before getting married.
Yeah, but that's so true, because now how you are not making yourself look perfect in front of the other. Because
Yeah.
usually that tends to happen when you are like together.
Right.
Like you try to present yourself always looking very nice and everything, but no, for us, we were like everywhere in the room.
Yeah.
We were like literally after a workout, like looking so sweaty, looking at each other through the video calls and everything.
Like
Like
we
it was
used to
not like
remember, we used to put cameras and we used to sleep, right?
over.
And then we get up in the morning. So guys, like in short, there are lots of benefits, and I tell now Rose that I love distant relationship. At that moment, it feels very tough.
You're
and
like over
all.
it.
You're over it. But once it's successful, guys, if it's done the right way, you're gonna love it too, right? So uh I feel if you guys are thinking right now, if you're doubting, if there's jealousy, if the trust factor is less, you whatever it is, I'm telling you, for us, we did it, and it's beautiful. Just clear your mind with your partner. Always ask whatever you need to ask, and this is gonna be good. But if you don't have the time, if you are not committing to always talk, or not scheduling a call or whatsoever, then it's gonna be very tough.
It's gonna die.
It's gonna die. It's not gonna work out,
Any
unfortunately.
feeling that there is, it's gonna start
It's gonna
vanishing
fade
with
away.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just it gets very tough. It's not easy.
it's not easy at
You're
all.
gonna doubt.
It's not easy.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna suffer.
Yeah,
You're gonna feel it's weird, you know, like the feeling of being in a long distance relationship. It's so weird.
yeah,
I don't know how to express it.
yeah. But guys, it's very, very difficult. So if you have signed up for this, good luck to you. But again, it's possible.
Yeah.
But if you guys are very, very serious
Yeah.
about everything.
And for us, we believe in God. We always prayed. We always ask God to guide our entire relationship. And I think that was it.
Yeah.
That was our little
Yeah.
secret.
Right. And you get to know more. We started reading books about, like, normal books, biblical books. You grow together. You get mature together. So I think, and this is your life partner, is the most important person who is going to be with you throughout your life. So choose wisely. And I think this was all the questions, and we have answered a lot of them. So
Yeah.
we're gonna put them in the description as well, so you will know exactly. But yeah, if you have any more questions, let
Comment
us
down
know,
below,
and you
and we can
can.
do a second part.
Yeah.
Only if you want. Okay.
Perfect, guys. And we'll see you in the next
Next
video.
video.